All right, one more thing, Pete. I just want to talk about people who are coming into retirement and thinking that they can just go ahead and live off the dividends of what they've got. What do you say to them about retirement strategy and I guess what to expect?
Yeah, when it comes to dividends or interest, that's a reliable source of income, I would say, or generally speaking. Companies do cut their dividends. Dividends can go down. Interest rates can change, so bonds can mature and be replaced with lower yielding bonds. But let's just kind of leave it that say that it's pretty steady. You want something that's keeping pace or has the ability to keep pace with inflation. So you either need something that potentially has rising income, which would be dividends on stocks, more risk of the asset there, but that would be something that would keep pace with inflation. Or you need to be able to supplement or backfill those assets. Right now, maybe you have enough bonds to cover your income from dividends and interest alone, but because of inflation, you're going to need more income. You're going to need that stock sale to buy more bonds to increase your income in the future. So from an inflation standpoint, dividends are somewhat limiting, but you also want to, be able to have a plan in place to put that in motion. When it comes to dividends, though, keep in mind, a lot of people think I'm going to retire and I'm going to live off my dividends. And the average stock, the S&P 500, I'd say is, not even 2.5%. Let's just say the dividends 2.5%. Right now, bond yields on municipal bonds are 4.5%, going on north of 5%. Keep in mind that the money market rates are 5%. Some years ago, they were zero or virtually zero, and they're not going to stay this high for this long. So the problem with dividend income is it's not something that's going to be unchanged. And so if you're saying I'm going to live off my dividends, well, let's just use $1 million, and you're getting 2.5% yield on your stocks. Is $25,000 a year enough? That doesn't sound like a whole lot of income. $40,000 on a 4% yield, that sounds a little bit better, right? But is that enough? And will it be enough 5-10 years from now? So dividends are a component. They're a very important component. And yet do not believe that you're going to have enough money to just live off your dividends unless you're Warren Buffett or somebody like that. That's going to be a real challenge. So it's an important component, but it's not the only component. And that's what I do find. A lot of people, I'm just going to live off my dividends. Well, that's going to require you probably to save more than you thought when you were 30. So if our conversation today resonates and you have any concerns about life after the paycheck ends, whether it's tomorrow, you've already started, or even 20 years from today, check us out at goodfinancial.com and go to Contact Us. And we're happy to start a conversation to help you with life after the paycheck ends.